Hey guys, it's Protendo, and after what's felt like a lifetime, E3 has finally begun. At this point, I'm not even gonna pretend like I can contain the hype anymore, because I genuinely think it's impossible. After 2 years, we're finally going to get to see E3 presentations, including Nintendo's. Last year, the gaming community just felt empty without it. I've already made a prediction video about things I think we can expect from Nintendo's Direct, but simply sticking to things that seem possible definitely didn't do enough for me in terms of fully expressing the excitement I feel for this event. So, like many others are doing, I thought I'd accompany that video with a wishlist video, listing things that I'd love to see in the presentation regardless of how likely they are. And to make things more interesting, I'm going to be ordering this video as if these announcements were actually part of one big direct, instead of just listing them randomly in no particular order, which is essentially what I did for my prediction video. So, with that said, let's get into a Nintendo Direct so good that it will never, ever happen. Okay, to start us off, we obviously have the opener, and what else could it be if not a Smash reveal? If you've been on this channel for more than 2 seconds, you already know who I want. The CG trailer will reveal Frisk from Undertale as the 10th Challenger Pack and announce a release window of late June, with the Sakurai Presents coming out later this month to detail the character. Right off the heels of this announcement that probably annoyed a lot of people but made me extremely happy, we get to the reveal of a new game. And it'll take many by surprise because it'll be from a franchise that's believed to be dead. Yup, Mario and Luigi 6. It turns out that after Alpha Dream went bankrupt, Nintendo ended up quietly hiring many of its employees to begin work on a brand new Mario & Luigi game for the Switch internally. It'll have the bros exploring a brand new kingdom with returning and new characters galore, alongside the charming battle system that the series is well known for. Mario & Luigi 6 will be scheduled for a September release. After that announcement, we'll get an update on a game that's already released, considering it desperately needs new content. Animal Crossing New Horizons will have its 2.0 update shown off, and it'll work to fix most of the game's issues while adding tons of new stuff as well. A shopping center island will be added to the game, allowing you to fly there and be met with tons of familiar faces from the series like Shrunk, Gracia, and others, all there to offer you new goods to buy. Brewster will return and allow you to build him his own coffee shop on the island, just like you could in New Leaf. Tortimer's Island will be brought back, giving players something to actually do during online multiplayer instead of just running around aimlessly. Both Nook's Cranny and the Able Sisters will get 2 new upgrades each, with each expansion bringing new characters like Kix and Leaf to help work at the shops. And, as a nice little touch, there'll be a new feature that lets you use the soundtrack from past games. I need that New Leaf music matched with New Horizons visuals badly. Animal Crossing New Horizons What We Should Have Been at Launch update will release in early July. After Animal Crossing, we'll be met with the announcement of another new game. Kirby is back, and he's in 3D this time around. We'll be shown a gorgeous 3D landscape to run and fly in as Kirby, as well as a handful of new copy abilities. 4-player multiplayer will also be shown off, but unlike Star Allies or games like 3D World, it'll simply be an additional feature, not something the entire game is based around. Kirby 3D will be set to release in spring 2022. Following Kirby, we won't see a new game, but instead a remake of an old one. Kid Icarus Uprising will make its way to the Switch with a new HD coat of paint. It'll be the same game as before, but with a revised control scheme using the Switch's 2 control sticks, and of course a visual overhaul. It'll also have some new content thrown in here and there, maybe a few extra multiplayer modes. In a perfect world, it would have been a sequel instead, but hey, Sakurai's still working on Smash, and despite this direct being a fantastical impossibility, I do want the games within it to be somewhat plausible. And a Kid Icarus game without Sakurai is no perfect Kid Icarus game at all. Kid Icarus Uprising Divine Edition will get a release date in August. Next, we've got more info on a game we already know is in the works. Splatoon 3 will get a more in-depth look, focusing on some of the changes to battling, as well as the new setting and story. We'll see lots of returning characters like Captain Cuttlefish, Sheldon, the Squid Sisters, and Marina. Just Marina. A bunch of new weapons will also be shown off, as well as new moves that you can perform in battles, and a couple of new modes as well. Splatoon 3 will be set to release in spring 2022. After Splatoon 3's full reveal, we'll get what's easily the most outlandish thing in this video, so I'm just gonna brush over it extremely quickly before you can all process what I'm saying. Mother Trilogy Remake. All 3 games in HD for the Switch, including 3 being officially localized for the first time. The art style is identical to this extremely cool Curiomatic video that mimics the series' promotional clay style, and it's set to release in the summer of next year. Okay, I definitely didn't say anything ridiculously unlikely, and certainly nothing worth commenting about. Moving on, the Direct is beginning to wind down. The second to last game is shown, being Breath of the Wild 2. The game will get a full, exciting trailer reveal, and honestly, I'm not sure if I can fully go in depth with everything I want to see because there's just so much. Breath of the Wild is one of my favorite games of all time, yet there's still so much potential for what it can do. All I really want is to feel like it's been worth it. When I watch the trailer and title reveal for this game, I want to be in complete awe and go, okay, that's why it's taken so long. There should be something about it that immediately makes it apparent why we haven't heard about this game in 2 years. Something big and exciting and new. Anyways, yeah, that's what my wishlist version of Breath of the Wild 2 will reveal. And on top of that, the game will get a release date that'll surprise many, including myself, because we'll be able to play it in December of this year. And after Breath of the Wild 2, we'll get a classic Nintendo One More Thing. A trailer will roll onto the screen and a road will fade in. At first, it's just silent, but we're soon met with the screeching sound of speeding tires and see racers zooming past the camera. Mario Kart 9 is here, and it's big. The roster contains characters overdue for the series, like Egad, Kamek, and Pauline, as well as some new faces, like Cappy making their first spin-off appearance. Tons of tracks, both old and new, will be shown off. It'll immediately be evident that this Mario Kart has more content than any other game in the series. It'll get a release date of March 2022. And there we have it, the Direct of my dreams. Obviously, it doesn't have every single thing I'd ever want because then we'd be here all day. Odyssey 2, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess ports, Tomodachi Life 2, Pikmin 4, and anything Metroid are all on my list of wants, among dozens of other games. But this is still a Direct that would make my head explode if it somehow came into existence. Anyways guys, that's about it for this video. As always, I'd love to hear what you think. What announcements would make Nintendo's E3 Direct the presentation of your dreams? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're interested in what I actually expect to see in Nintendo's upcoming presentation, I'll have a card pop up right about now. I'll see you all later. Protendo, out.